a conversation with someone about how did my business and finance degree actually help propel me in the finance aspect of my life. The honest answer is that I would never really know. However, I don't think it had that much influence. And I'll tell you why. Because in my business degree, I learned a lot of stuff that I don't use. So all the technical stuff that most people think is useful, I don't use it in my life. So what are examples of that? Like, for example, in my CPA, I got high distinction in financial instrument and financial accounting, which is about the books. So it has things like merger acquisition, when you take two companies' book, how do you merge it into one, and what are the transactions that will go through. Honestly, after I finished the test, I don't remember any of it. If you put those books in front of me now, I can't do them. It's not something I do on a daily basis. In fact, I've never done a merger report. So a real life one would be different. Do I know how to do journal entries? Yes, I used to do them for work all the time. But do I know how to do them right now if you were to pull them in front of me? I don't know. It would be a bit of a, like, I would really have to think about it. As for things like financial instruments like stock or like when to execute a put option or like how do you calculate the the value of something. I don't know those calculations off the top of my head now, like the present value calculations, and how do you calculate if like a share a stock is worth something at what price, because when did they last pay the dividends, and what's taking into consideration if you have to minus those dates back to get back to like what it's really worth now. I don't know how to do that off the top of my head now, right? So all I'm telling you is that I don't use a lot of these technical skills in my life. So has it really changed my life in that sense? No. I would say how I earn, kept, and multiply my wealth doesn't have a lot to do with my degree at all. So how I earn something, it's through just experiences. Like, that's not taught in a degree. So how I earned more was like I took action, because I realized if you sat there and you do nothing, no one will give you the opportunity. It doesn't matter how hard you work, no one will see it. You have to be proactive in your life. You cannot hope that your bosses or your manager will care about your life. They actually just care about themselves. They just care about their own delivery. Most of them, I know if they were good managers, they should care about your development. However, most of them do not. At least that's in my experience. So then I learned, because I didn't have that, and if you've always just had someone doing it for you, I guess that would be a very different learning for you. But because I had to, I realized that I would get nowhere unless I proactively walk in front of other managers, walk in front of other departments and say to them, I know so-and-so is leaving at this time. Have you thought about the plan on that? And if their answer is no, it's like, hello, I'm right here, right? So that is scary. But how many people will do that? Not many. And that's why you will be remembered. That's why you'll be chosen, because you are in people's mind. So that's how I earn more, because I just learned through having the courage, or not wanting to stay behind. That I got there. I also set goals that I really wanted to go towards. That also helped propel me. So I think it pushed me both ways, both like getting away from what I don't want, and both there's a pull of like wanting to reach my goals. So that's the earn part. The keep part is really, I learned that by like pretty early on. I was a bit of a saver in that I just don't, money is not easy to come by. So I learned that lesson very early on. Like, it's hard to come by. I learned to appreciate it early on, so I don't waste it on many things. I know that buying material goods isn't going to bring me much happiness, so I don't spend a lot of money on like designer labels and things like that because they don't matter to me so much. I am equally happy wearing a plain black shirt than wearing, I don't know, like what's a fancy brand, like I was gonna say Armani. That's not even like a fancy brand. It's so mid. I don't know, like a Louis Vuitton. Do they make shirts? You know what I'm trying to say though. It's like I don't care about having a fancy brand name T-shirt, like that shirt. So I can't even name one. So things with like phones as well. Why do you need a $2,000 phone, right? You can do the same things with a $200 phone mostly, can't you? What do you mostly use it for? Like, if we were to be honest, what do you mostly use it for? If it's like scrolling on social media, well, a $200 phone can do that. Like, where is your time mostly spent on? Like, if it's really about cameras, like, honestly, how much are you filming? How much photos are you taking? Look at the actual hard data of that, right? Like, I think the biggest thing is just like not bullshit ourselves. It's like you can bullshit other people if you really wanted to, but you can't bullshit yourself. You know. So the saving part is just it's also around goal setting. So I set myself particular goals, and so let's say if I had set a goal to buying a house, I would think twice before I splurge on some useless thing that's going to be like, I don't know, like I'm not randomly going to walk into a bar and go, yeah, I'll buy everybody drinks, right? Because I know doing that chunk of money could go towards my deposit, right? So it's like, I think when you have a goal, and I always have them, I usually only have one. So I don't really move on from that goal until I've achieved it. And my trajectory of my life moves me towards that goal. But once I take a long time to think about what goal I'm setting, but once I set it, I don't change it. So the goal will pull me in terms of that helped me save. And then in terms of multiplying, it's the same thing. I know that a normal job can't just make the kind of money or get me to a position that I needed to be in or wanted to be in. So to multiply my wealth, I need something outside of my job. And that's actually why I encourage so many of you guys to take on side projects and just see. It's actually where you will make money is when you find something that you love. You will naturally put more energy to that. And the thing that you put most energy towards, that thing will naturally reward you. It's not so much on working on the money. It's about working on your goal, and every decision you make is like going towards my goal. So when you lock in on your goal, your brain will find ways to help you get there faster because this thing is important to you. So if you haven't got where you wanted to go, it's because you haven't locked into your goal. And sometimes we will make goals that are not as important to us, right? So and I've done that in my life where I've locked in a goal and it's like, oh, actually, why did I chase that? Like something else in my life is more important. So I think as we coming towards the end of the year, it's really important just to ask ourselves what's important to us. What is that goal? What am I willing to do to work towards it? And be really honest on locking in that and asking ourselves. It's not like, why am I still stuck here? Or what is it that I need? It's not about finding like the reasons of why you haven't done it or finding out like what it is that you need. You just got to ask yourself, how can I get there? When you ask a better question, you will get resource, or you will go and talk to people that have got that result and they can give you the clues. You can ask yourself and sit here for like 10 hours and you will not be able to answer yourself because the data is not in your head. If it's in your head, you would have already done it. The fact that you haven't done that thing or you haven't got the result in your life is because you don't know. And not knowing doesn't mean just acquiring more information. You can acquire any information at a click of a button in your phone on Google right now. How does that thing help you? It doesn't. by emulating or like following someone like a mentor or coach that has done something or have resources or people they specifically know that you have insights, it's what's going to propel you forward because they have a real knowing, right? When you see someone doing it, that makes it all possible. When you see someone close to you, it's like, it's very different than seeing a star. Like a star is in like a celebrity or something. Like when someone is so far from you, like hundreds of steps in front of you, it's like, ugh, I'm never gonna get there. Like it's so impossible. They're just there because it's them. When you see someone in your circle take that next step, that makes it very, very doable for you, right? It's like, oh, okay, I just saw them. They were just here. They were just here like half a year ago. They were just here a year ago, right? They were just here like 3 months ago, right? Like they also started from ground zero, right? Like when you see someone take the step, it makes it super possible for you. It's like now it's like within grasp. You know if they can do it, you can do it. And that's the only belief you need. When someone can do it, you can do it. Because why? You're a human. Same species, same capability, same potential, right? We vary in our potential so little. Like our capability, it's much closer than people think. That's what I'm gonna say. Because like a dog and a monkey definitely can't do what a human does, but if you see a human doing something, you can do it. So that's the only belief you really need. That if you see someone can do it, you can do it. So get close to a person that is as close to your journey as possible, but they are like, just within grasp to you. That's when you really feel that motivation that, oh yeah, I can do that, or I can even do better than them. Yeah, if they can do this, oh, I can do that. I can do it. Like you find an angle where you bring your unique sense of like, oh, I see them doing this. I can do something similar. I can do it even better, right? Or different, right? Bring that to the market. That's exciting. When you're doing something that is meaningful for you and you see the value in it, you want to do more of that. That will naturally bring you energy, that will naturally bring you more wealth. When you're doing something that you love, it somehow is there. It's like if you go to a bakery and you know someone that baked that cake with love, like you kind of know. It's like you want to buy it. You know that they woke up really early. You know it's fresh. It looks amazing. It has that rustic look. It's built with love. It's like, yeah, you want that, right? That's what you want to bring in.